Welcome to my videos. This time I'm going to talk about my first year on Subtrack. This time I'm going to talk about what I've done and what I've achieved with my blog in Subtrack. Well, I remember that 1 year ago, exactly in the April 27, 2022, I started to write here in Subtrack. To be honest, I don't know why I'm doing this because maybe it's a size project because sometimes I want to make a company. Who, if you have followed me, if you have been following me in Twitter or seen my work here, you can see that one of my dreams is to create my own company. In this moment, I have not created any company because I want to be owner of something to create or make a change and improve the people's life. So in this year, written more than 100 articles. I've recorded more than 100 podcasts, and since this month, I've started to recording videos. I have in this moment more than 30 videos. In this moment, what I do with the videos is I upload it here in Substack, sorry, and also in my YouTube channel. I am uploading in my YouTube channel. The first, I remember the in the first month, I started to talk about I wanted to follow the next what I read in Subtract, sorry. I wanted to follow what I've read in the week, and I started to read it first in Spanish. I remember what I have. I remember that my first post, it was that I started to what I read and what I heard in the last week in the last before. I remember that I write I write it. I wrote it before first in Spanish the sentence and later in English. And later I started. I decided, okay, this is not my what I something that I like. So I started to write and record to write in English because I remember that the first month I just write just articles, not podcast. And I remember that everything was in Spanish. Later I remember that I started to read about sport. First the UEFA Champions League last year that Real Madrid defeated Liverpool 3-1. I remember 3-1 or 2-0. And later I started to read it to write about the sport. And I think that around June or July, I started to just writing and recording in English. I remember that around June and July, I started to recording the podcast. That you can see that what I do, what that first I write the podcast, and later I record the podcast. And first, most of the maybe the 90% of my posts are about the sport. I have writing around 5 or 7 business podcasts. I hope you have liked my post, but the most are speaking just in English and about sports. What I do is to talk about my favorite team games where they play, about the big tournaments, and how I said before about the business or something important that I've seen. I watch and read in English, and I put that. So how I said before, I have more than 100 posts and more than 100 podcasts. And since this month, I decided to start to recording videos because remember, if you want to achieve more or get something more easily, you need to do videos because the people need to watch your face. So I have no in this moment. I just have three subscribers in this 1 year. Three of them they never or they barely read, listen, or watch my video, post, or podcast. I've have had I've had sorry more than 6,000 people that watch my content. And how I said before, I have three subscribers. And also another thing that I've done in this year is I applied 2 times to YC Combinator. I applied the last the last year around September or October to YC Winter 2023. I wasn't selected. I applied to make that this blog can make me a living. This is a side project, how I said before. So what I want to do is to make a living here, to see if this blog can make a living for me. But I've seen that it's very difficult, and maybe I'm not gonna make it. So what I want to, and also I applied the last June, the last January to YC Summer 23. They haven't called me yet, but the most probably is again I'm not gonna to be selected because my project, this blog, is not about the tech or finance or artificial intelligence. What I upload with this blog is I want to create a blog or a sport company where I talk about sport and the people like, right. Also, uploaded a video and a post and a podcast that I talk about what I want in this blog, because my benchmark is the Barstool what they did, because Barstool started as a one man who started to write about sport and sport books. I don't like the sport books, but it's something very important. And he started the owner and the founder Barstool owner started as a writing about the sport in a newspaper. So this is what I wanted to achieve, but I think, how I said before, that it's very difficult to reach that level. So I'm going to keep talking about my favorite teams, about recording podcasts and making videos. Let's see what I can see, but also something important is that this help me because I can improve my English. It gives me to relaxing because the work is very stressful for me. So let's see what happens. So I hope that in 1 year I can have more subscribers, subscriber in my blog, and maybe can be selected to YC Combinator to make that this company can be this blog can become a company for me. Let's see if in the next year, in 1 year later, in the April 27, 2024, I can tell, and I would love a video about what I've reached, what I achieved. If in 1 year later I can talk about my sport webpage. So see you next video, Gibran.